Hello, everybody. Anybody? Chris Wood here. November. What is the date today? 18th. Well, 2022. Welcome to my channel. Anybody that may or may not tune in. For anybody that does, like I said, my name is Chris Wood. I live in Napanee, Ontario, Canada, and I am an identity theft victim. I am a human trafficking victim. I am a revenge retaliation victim of police for speaking their crimes, the human homeless trafficking, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gains. As a result, I became a victim. Back in 2019, at my previous address, ex-O.P.P chief or commander, whatever he is, went by in a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. It was on the corner of Center and Bridge Street here in Napanee. He waved at me. It was approximately 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I waved back. A black truck pulled up beside him. It was at the stoplights. Pulled up beside him. They had black hair. I didn't see their face, but I did see they had black hair. They pointed something at me. They shot it, and it went into my right ear. After that, I started having all kinds of problems. It started moving through my ear, to the back of my head, up around to the side of my head, and it was constantly always burning. So I decided, what the hell's going on here? I went to the hospital, find out what's going on. I finally got an appointment for a CAT scan done November of that year, and I went to my appointment, and one of the people involved with this crime against me was there, Stacy, mental health worker, stating that she was there for me for anxiety and all this other bullshit that's not true. I had no association with her. And then after I got my CAT scans done, I was pretty much medically blacklisted. She was talking to her girlfriend, Dr. TATIANA V, A.K.A. MARGIE V, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital. And after that, I was pretty much medically blacklisted. I would go to hospitals. They were getting phone calls stating that I'm suicidal. Certainly not true in any way, shape, or form. I am life. I'm about life, and I've been trying to save my life and my bloodline. So not true in any way, shape, or form. Lies against me stating I'm a self-harmer. Not true in any way, shape, or form. I love myself. Not enough to be harming myself in the ways that these pieces of garbage are talking about. Lies against me stating I have a long criminal record and history. Not true in any way, shape, or form. Never had one until I was falsely arrested and charged with to deflect the crimes that have been taking place against me through the O.P.P, through the doctors with their medical negligence and criminal medical intent for medical treatments, discriminations against me, calling me retarded, laughing in my face over being sodomized, and then trying to have me committed for it because it was done by the police and because it was done by Billy Wooldridge, their Hells Angels boss. And then because I'm a man as well. I have been lied about, medically blacklisted. I have been seriously skull deformed, and I have shown it and proven it. I have been seriously brain injured. I have been seriously body mutilated. I have what is called remote neural monitoring on me, and it is police and military tech that's been in use since the 60s, and not a lot of people are aware of it, and they are using it. The police are using it with their inmates, co-offenders, drug traffickers, human traffickers, sex slavery traffickers, pedophilia, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds is what they are using it for. It is a nano microchip implant. It is designed to destroy a person's central nervous system and also for illegal and invasive surveillance on victims. This is how O.P.P are committing their crimes. This is how they are getting away out of lawsuits. They are falsely arresting and charging their victims. I was kidnapped by O.P.P and Shelley Hafner under false pretenses back May 27, 2021, under the false guise of incompetency. That was done to shut me up and to get my blood in my piss, which they did through threats and duress. 24 hours after me asking for help with what has taken place with me and the crimes. Billy Waldridge and Blair Hardy are guilty of stalking my mother. They are guilty of also using remote neuromonitoring on her, and because of her age and the EMFs and radiation that it gives off from it, it caused tumors, it caused cancer, and it caused my mother's death, and it was with intent. And December 20th, exactly 1 month and 2 days, it will be 2 years since they got away with murdering my mother. Billy Waldridge was stalking her, like I said, and calling her mom as well. Him and Blair Hardy, who is Spencer Mills's drug cop, Lennox and Addington County Provincial Police drug cop's boyfriend. He is a drug trafficker. He is a alleged bandito, MC. He is the one that's lacing the drugs here in Napanee and selling them with the intent to commit murder, to make it look like just another junkie bought drugs and overdosed from it. But meanwhile, it is being done with intent. And by the way, Billy Waldridge, when I was out this morning, I seen you walked, and when you came out of Wallace's walking down John Street, and you noticed me and you crossed the road really quick, wearing your blue jacket with the little white stripes on it, going by like you were just window shopping. No, I recognized you and I seen you, you piece of shit. You're lucky that you're untouchable. You're lucky that you're unarrestable, and you're lucky that you own O.P.P. They also have a justice of the peace to make accusations on victims stating that they're high on marijuana and hallucinating, being sodomized, having their ass ripped open. I don't fucking think so. 100% obstruction. And the woman needs to be investigated for serious, serious corruption as well. She's probably the reason why a lot of the police and everybody else around this town are getting away with what they're getting away with, refusing arrest, making accusations on victims, refusing to even see evidence. This is why I have to do this. My legal rights, my human rights, and my medical rights have been taken away from me, preventing me help in every way, shape, and form for 3 damn years because of the lies against me. I am the end of my bloodline as well. So you're guilty of murdering my mother. You're guilty of doing this to me. They're using this tech to also lobotomize their fucking victims. My head now feels hollow, no pun intended, but it feels empty because all I get now is electricity going through me and liquid and their feces of all these pieces of garbage that are used in the remote neuro monitoring on me. The human traffickers, the human sex trade, slavery traffickers, the drug traffickers, the financial thefts, thieves, and fraudsters of Napanee, and the ones guilty of human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, the pedophilia, is Lennox and Addington, Ontario, and identity thefts. Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills 14716, Staff Sergeants 2019 and 2021, Shannon CORK, ex-chief or commander 2019, Robert Kane, Robert can fuck, can kill, can get away with it, money badge, family town council, 100% right. There's also Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston. She also left, and that's Tatiana's girlfriend. She left to further distance herself from this and to try to have deniability. There is Shelley Hafner, the one I mentioned that arranged my kidnapping May 27, 2021. I have been seriously skull split, and like I said, I have no feeling or stimulation in my head anymore. It feels empty. And the doctors guilty of aiding criminally and co-committing with O.P.P and covering up their crimes with and for them, and also themselves. First off, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital Administration. That's right, Dr. Tatiana V., Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, A.K.A. Margie V., Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldren, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, triage nurses Terry, Tania, and David, Paladin Security, a fat guy, roughly 24, 25 years old. Their Hells Angels boss, Ontario chapter, last known used name, my identity thief, delusional piece of shit that's also guilty of murdering my mother, 149 Center Street North. William Bill Woldridge, like I said, last known used name. And every time he gets calls from the cops too to let him know to leave his house. There's also Blair Hardy. There is Tyler Lake. There is Jason Two-Step Gimpenelstein. There is Ray Ray, guy that has a deaf white pit bull that lives here in Napanee. And there is Michelle. There's Allie Cooper. There's Bucktooth Bob, a Barry, a Robert Barry. He walks around with a bag of drugs, bald, crowbar mustache, and glasses. There's Isaac. There's Curtis. There's a guy named Mike. He's homeless. He lives in a tent or a trailer, approximately 60, 65 years old. This has been going on with me for 3 damn years, and me showing it and proving it and still not being able to do nothing about it. This is how the police traffic, this is how they frame, and this is how they are murdering. They are guilty of murdering an entire bloodline by doing this to me for their fucking revenge and using their psychotic, delusional inmates and their little drug-fed co-offenders that they are using to play Pontius Pilate to commit homicides and end bloodlines. Luckily, nobody in Napanee is arrestable and nobody can get medical help. So they assure their crimes right here in Napanee, especially when it's the poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, because they know they have no money to fight the crimes and the lies against them that are cast against them. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? And the rest of you, you're guilty of domestic terrorism, you're guilty of treason, you're guilty of murders that you probably are guilty of committing right now, the biggest crime in the history of Napanee by committing this identity theft on me and using the fucking tactics you have and are using to do this shit. How fucking dare you do this to me? One way or another, you're gonna legally pay, and one way or another, you're gonna monetarily pay. Look what you took from me. Not only are you took my mother, but you're taking my identity and my bloodline as well. You're fucking terrorists. When this is being used on me, I get completely and totally dehydrated from it drying me up from the radiation and EMFs. And like I said, I have no feeling in my head except for that spot on the back of my head, which is burning like a son of a bitch right now. So, and like I stated before, if I share any DNA now, direct DNA with any of these bastards involved, there's going to be even serious more fucking hell to pay. I'm more than willing to go and have bodies exhumed to prove my identity and my DNA if necessary. I've even been surrounded hands on guns by police to prevent anything on them. And I have it on video to show their obstruction, just what they exactly are about here and how they get out of lawsuits here, how they are getting away with the crimes here. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. Take this serious. Leave me a comment, hit the like, share, subscribe, especially the share because this is very serious and important. I am an identity theft victim. I am an injured, torture, revenge, retaliation victim from Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police for speaking their crimes, and that's exactly what this is about. And as a result, I'm losing my life, I'm losing my identity, I'm losing my bloodline, and just like I lost my mother through these bastards, my skull's been split. You can clearly see it. Oh. Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jay Van Alstyne, one way or another, you're going to fucking pay for this, whether you work for O.P.P or not. You're not above the law, neither are they, and neither are the doctors here that are covering and co-committing, and every single one of you need to be arrested and charged for the felony crimes that you are guilty of. Mass fucking murderers using your badges, your lies, your false guise of law to commit and cover them up. Be safe, love all, hate none.